Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving into the truth behind this claim. Is it real? What makes this quarter special? And how can you find out if your coin collection is worth a fortune? Stick around, because this video could literally pay off. Let's start with the basics. The 2021 Washington Quarter is part of the American Women Quarters Program transition, and it features General George Washington crossing the Delaware River on the reverse. The P mint mark? That means it was minted in Philadelphia. Millions of these were made. So how could one be worth over $1 million? Recently, online rumors and some coin blogs have claimed that a rare error version of the 2021 P quarter was auctioned or offered for over $1.70 million. But here's the reality. There is no verified auction on record, from places like Heritage Auctions or PCGS, that confirms the sale price. So why the hype? Simple. Mint errors and high-grade coins can be extremely valuable, and one-of-a-kind coins often fetch massive sums. Right under the word, "In God We Trust" on the obverse. Doubling of letters, missing designs, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Many valuable details are tiny and easily missed. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are much rarer and more valuable. Worth 25 cents to maybe $1, up to $150 to $300, based on recent auction records. These can sell for thousands, depending on rarity and condition. The $1.7 million claim? Most likely exaggerated or fictional. Don't clean it. That ruins value. Take clear, high-resolution photos, front and back. PCGS or NGC are the gold standard. eBay, great collections, or sell directly through coin dealers or auctions. Always research prices using real auction results, not viral rumors. That 2021 P Washington Quarter in your pocket is probably not worth $1.70 million, but it could be worth more than you think. Always check your change, look for rare errors, and educate yourself before selling your coins. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more real coin values and no-nonsense info. Drop a comment if you have a 2021 quarter. I'd love to hear what you've found. We're diving deep into one of the most unexpectedly valuable US coins in recent times, and how to know if you might own one. Let's start with the basics. The Washington Quarter has been in circulation since 1932, honoring George Washington's 200th birthday. The 1993 D quarter was minted in Denver, and over 600 million of them were produced. So why would one of them be worth more than $1 million? The short answer? Errors, rarity, and demand. Among the millions of 1993 D quarters, there are a few extremely rare error coins, and one in particular sold for an eye-popping $1.6 million at auction. What made it so special? It was a double die error combined with a perfect mint state condition. That means it was struck improperly at the mint, creating visible doubling on key features, like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." And because it was preserved in near-perfect condition, collectors were willing to pay a fortune. Even minor errors, like off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or struck through grease, can make coins worth hundreds or thousands. Here's what to look for if you think you have a valuable 1993 D quarter. Look for the D mint mark, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Examine for doubling on letters and numbers. Check for any unusual errors. Off-center, missing details, die cracks, coins in mint state, MS. Condition can be worth far more. Get it graded by a service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. You don't need to be a coin expert. Just a magnifying glass, good lighting, and a bit of patience can uncover a real treasure. While the $1 million 1993 D quarter is an extreme case, many error or mint state quarters from this year regularly sell for $500 to $5,000 or more. The coin market today is hot, driven by collectors, investors, and nostalgia. Recent auctions show that collectors are willing to pay premium prices, especially for certified coins with historical or production significance. That's why if you have any 1993 D quarters, it's worth giving them a closer look. Even small details can mean big money. Don't clean the coin. This reduces its value. Compare it to verified examples online, check PCGS or NGC. Get it professionally graded to determine authenticity and value. Consult with a reputable coin dealer or auction house. And remember, even if it's not the $1,000,000 coin, you might still walk away with a few hundred or even a few $1,000s richer. So, is your old 1993 D quarter hiding a secret fortune? It only takes a minute to check, and it could change your life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who collects coins or might have a few in their drawer. You never know what treasures are waiting to be discovered. We're diving into the incredible story of the 1979 D Washington quarter, a common coin that, in a rare case, sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. That's right, one quarter, one lucky owner, and a whole lot of value. If you're between 30 and 70 and wondering if those old coins in your drawer could be worth a fortune, stay tuned. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. pocket change since 1932. Designed to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, it's a coin we've all used thousands of times. But in 1979, the Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, over 489 million, in fact. Most are only worth face value. So what made one of them sell for over $1 million? In the world of coin collecting, value often comes down to errors, rarity, and condition. The $1.5 million 1979 D quarter wasn't just any coin. It was a rare mint error in MS 68 plus condition, one of the finest known. Experts say it had an unusual off-center strike, a perfectly preserved surface, and flawless detail, making it a once-in-a-lifetime find. It was graded by PCGS, one of the top coin grading services, and sold in a high-end auction to a serious collector. So how can you tell if you're sitting on a small fortune? Here's what to check. Look for a small D on the right side of Washington. That means it was minted in Denver. Coins in pristine shape, no scratches, full detail, can be worth hundreds or thousands, even without errors. Off-center strike, double die, obverse broad strike errors, missing clad layer. These errors can skyrocket a coin's value. Always check both sides carefully. Grading is crucial. A 1979 D quarter in average condition might fetch 25 cents, but a high-grade MS 67 or MS 68 example could sell for $1,000 or more. Use tools like a magnifying glass, or even better, send your coin to a certified service like PCGS or NGC for professional grading. The grade can make or break your payday. A tiny difference between MS 66 and MS 68 can be thousands of dollars. eBay, Etsy, and Facebook Marketplace always get multiple opinions before selling. Heritage auctions. Stacks Bowers, a great place to meet collectors and pros, but remember, never clean your coin. It can destroy the value instantly. If you're 30, 50, or 70 and have an old jar of coins sitting around, now's the time to look. That 1979 D Washington quarter might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Check the mint mark, look for error details, consider grading. Don't sell without research. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Do you have an old jar of change lying around? Maybe a shoebox of coins tucked away in your closet? Well, you might be sitting on a gold mine, literally. One special 1996 D Washington quarter has been valued at a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. In today's video, we're breaking down why this coin is so rare, how to spot if you have one, and how to sell it the right way if you do. So grab your coin stash, and let's dive in. First, let's talk basics. The 1996 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, marked by the small D mint mark on the front side, near George Washington's ponytail. Over 900 million of these were minted, so what makes one worth over $1 million? It comes down to a rare minting error, combined with perfect condition, something known in the coin world as a numismatic unicorn. Only one known coin with these specific traits has surfaced, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks for it. So what are the signs you should look for? Here's what made the $1.4 million quarter special. This rare error means some of the coin's text or design appears doubled, especially on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." If the design is shifted or not aligned correctly, that can increase value dramatically. MS 68 or higher. This means the coin is in mint, untouched condition, with no scratches, marks, or wear. A sharp, mirror-like finish with strong details. If your coin has any of these features, especially multiple ones, it's time to get excited. So what's the market like today? The most pristine known 1996 D quarter with these features was auctioned off for a reported $1.4 million. And the demand for rare coins is only going up, thanks to collectors, investors, and even museums. Even if your coin isn't the million-dollar unicorn, a rare 1996 D with errors or near-perfect grade could still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins in MS65 or better can go from $50 up to $500, depending on condition and rarity. Want to check your quarters like a pro? Here's what to do. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to spot doubling or errors. Look for the D mint mark. It should be just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Check for sharp details and no visible wear. The better the condition, the more it's worth. Weigh the coin. It should be exactly 5.67 grams. A different weight could indicate a minting error. And when in doubt, don't guess. Get it professionally graded. Professional grading is key to unlocking top dollar. The two most trusted services are PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies will grade your coin, authenticate it, and seal it in a protective case. This boosts buyer trust and your coin's value. Just visit their websites, follow the submission steps, and mail in your coin safely. Simple as that. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers, perfect for rare, high-value coins. eBay, great for mid-range coins if you already have a grade. Local coin shops, quick cash, but often lower offers. Online forums and Facebook groups, be careful, but sometimes great deals are made here. Always compare offers and don't rush. One extra opinion could be worth thousands. So, do you have the million-dollar 1996 D quarter? Go check your change jars, piggy banks, and collections. And if you found something that looks promising, don't wait. Get it graded and appraised. Hit that like button if you learned something new, subscribe for more rare coin videos, and comment below if you think you've got a valuable quarter. I'd love to hear your story. Do you have a jar of old coins tucked away in a drawer or box? Well, one of those coins, specifically the 1971 D Washington quarter, could be worth up to $1.5 million. That's right, a quarter, 25 cents, potentially life-changing money. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have inherited or collected coins, this is a video you don't want to miss. Let's find out why this particular quarter is turning heads in the coin collecting world. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, celebrating George Washington's 200th birthday. In 1971, millions of these quarters were minted, specifically, over 258 million at the Denver Mint, which is marked with a little D under the eagle on the reverse side. But not all coins are created equal. Most 1971 D quarters are only worth their face value, 25 cents, unless they are in pristine, uncirculated condition. But in rare cases, a few of these coins were minted with serious errors or unique characteristics that make them worth a fortune. These are mistakes made during the coin production process. Some examples include off-center strikes, double dies clipped, planchets, wrong metal composition coins that have never been circulated and have been graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands of dollars. Only a handful exist in this condition. There are unconfirmed but circulating stories and collector rumors about a rare 1971 D quarter struck on a silver planchet, which wasn't supposed to happen after 1964. If authenticated, this could explain the $1.5 million valuation, making it a one-of-a-kind error. So when you hear about a 1971 D Washington quarter selling for $1.5 million, it's likely one of these ultra-rare errors. Look for the D mint mark. Flip the coin to the back. Look just under the wreath and above the R in quarter. See the tiny D? That's Denver Mint. Check the edge. If the coin edge shows solid silver color without the copper stripe, it may be a wrong planchet, possibly silver. Examine for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in letters or numbers, misshapen parts, or misaligned strikes. Get it professionally graded. If you suspect it's rare, do not clean it. Send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. A certified grade is what turns your coin from pocket change into a high-value collectible. 25 cents to $2, $30, $100, $1,000 to $7,000 unique errors or silver composition. $50,000 to over $1.50 million. A coin authenticated as a one-of-a-kind minting error could break auction records. And that's where the $1.5 million number comes from. To wrap it up, your old coin jar could be hiding a treasure. The 1971 D Washington quarter may just be your golden or silver ticket. But remember, condition, rarity, and expert grading are the keys to big money. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe for more tips on rare coins and how to spot value in your collection. And if you want help selling a valuable coin, drop a comment below or visit the links in the description for resources on professional grading and auction houses. We're diving deep into one of the most surprising finds in U.S. coin collecting history, the 1984 D Washington quarter, which recently made headlines for being valued at up to $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine finding a common-looking quarter in your junk drawer, only to discover it's worth more than a Ferrari. That's what's happening with a very specific kind of 1984 D quarter dollar coin. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have coins tucked away in old jars, shoeboxes, or coffee cans, don't touch anything until you watch this video. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932. The 1984 quarter might seem too modern to be special, but the Denver Mint, marked with a D, produced something extraordinary that year. While millions were made, a tiny number had serious minting errors or ultra-rare conditions that turned them into collector gold. Some rare 1984 D quarters were struck with off-center errors, double dies, or even on the wrong planchet. MS stands for mint state. A grade of MS 68 or higher means the coin is in nearly perfect condition. Only a few exist at this level: sharp facial features of Washington, full eagle feathers on the reverse, and no signs of wear. In 2024, one of these rare 1984 D quarters, graded at MS 68+, with a striking mint error, was auctioned off for $1.3 million. It was authenticated and graded by a top coin grading service, and collectors went wild. If you think you might have a 1984 D quarter, here's what to do. Look just to the right of Washington's ponytail. You want to see 1984 D. No scratches, wear, or dirt. MS grade coins look brand new. Off-center strike? Doubled images? Strange edges? You may have a treasure. Normal quarter weight is 5.67 grams. Anything significantly off might mean a wrong planchet. Don't rush to sell it on eBay. First, send it to a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and assign it a grade. This is critical. Without certification, collectors won't pay top dollar. Be careful. Not every 1984 D quarter is valuable. Most are only worth face value unless they're in pristine condition or have a rare mint error. Also, watch out for fake grading services and shady buyers. Stick with trusted names and always get a second opinion. Take clear photos front and back. Avoid cleaning it. This destroys value. Contact a certified coin dealer or appraiser. Get it graded, insured, and considered for auction. So, is there a $1.3 million quarter sitting in your home right now? There might be. Check those old jars, pockets, and collections. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. We're diving into the shocking value behind the 1995 D Washington quarter and what you should be looking for in your pocket change or old collection boxes. Welcome back to the place where coins meet cash. If you're over 30 and sitting on a jar of old coins, this video might just change your financial future. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, especially if you're hoping to uncover hidden treasure in your own home. Let's talk about the coin in question. The 1995 D Washington quarter. It was minted in Denver, marked by the tiny D on the front of the coin, just next to George Washington's ponytail. This was a common coin. Over 1.1 billion were minted that year. But what makes some of them worth millions, while others are worth just 25 cents? It all comes down to a few rare traits: condition, mint errors, and collector demand. You've probably seen articles or YouTube shorts claiming that a 1995 D quarter sold for $1.6 million. So let's separate fact from fiction. The coin in question is not your average quarter. It was graded MS 68 plus by a professional service. That's nearly perfect condition. It also featured a rare die error, possibly a double die or misstrike that makes the coin one of a kind. Combine that with an intense bidding war at auction, and yes, it really did go for well over $1 million. But, and this is important, not every 1995 D quarter is worth that. So how can you tell if your coin is one of the valuable ones? Make sure there's a clear D on the front as it's shiny, free of scratches, and looks untouched. Higher grades mean higher value. Double die, letters or numbers look blurred or doubled, off-center strikes. The design is not aligned properly. Clipped planchets, part of the coin is literally missing. Die cracks or cuds coins with these features can sell for hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. A typical circulated 1995 D quarter is worth about 25 cents. Around $10 to $20. $500 to $5,000 depending on rarity. That 1 in a million near-perfect MS 68 plus with a rare error? That's the one that fetched the $1.6 million at auction, so while most won't be million-dollar coins, there are still valuable gems out there, especially if yours has errors. Handle it carefully. Use gloves or hold it by the edges. Take clear photos of both sides, especially the date, mint mark, and any errors. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This step is crucial for serious buyers. Great collections, heritage auctions, or even eBay. Just be sure it's properly graded. Never sell a potentially rare coin without knowing its true value. That old jar of coins might be worth more than you think, especially if you've got a rare 1995 D quarter with errors or in pristine condition. If you learned something today, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below if you found any rare coins in your own stash. And if you want us to help identify your coin's value, drop a picture in the comments or check out our free guide linked below. We're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth a small fortune. The 1983 P Washington quarter. That's right, a quarter that could be worth up to $1.5 million today. So grab your coin stash, because I'm about to show you exactly what to look for. Let's go back to 1983. The United States Mint in Philadelphia released millions of Washington quarters that year, over 673 million, to be exact. So you might be thinking, how can a coin that common be worth anything? Well, here's the twist point. 1983 was the middle of a recession. The U.S. Mint did not produce mint sets that year, meaning most quarters from 1983 entered circulation and were heavily used. That makes high-grade, uncirculated examples extremely rare today. Combine that with errors and unique minting quirks, and you've got a recipe for an ultra-valuable coin. $1.5 million for a 1983 P quarter. Recently, a 1983 P quarter in pristine, mint state condition with an ultra-rare double die error was rumored to be valued at over $1.5 million by top collectors. While this price is controversial and may not reflect the broader market, it underscores the huge demand for rare, high-grade coins. Sharp strike with full details, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, no wear and minimal contact marks, possibly a double die obverse, meaning slight doubling in the lettering or date, strong luster. A shiny surface from the original minting process, so if you've got a 1983 P quarter that looks brand new, you might want to take a very close look. Look for the P mint mark, located just behind Washington's ponytail. Check for doubling on the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Inspect the coin surface for original luster and minimal scratches. Use a 10x jeweler's loupe or a microscope to see details. If it looks uncirculated, don't clean it. That can kill its value instantly if it passes these checks. It's time to get it professionally graded. Get it professionally graded. Contact grading services like PCGS or NGC. They'll assign your coin a grade. From MS 60 to MS 70, the higher the grade, the higher the value. Auction or sell. You can list your coin with top auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. You can also try eBay, but big-ticket coins should go through a reputable dealer. Always get multiple opinions, and avoid selling to the first buyer who offers you cash, especially at pawn shops. Don't overlook coins from the 80s, especially the 1983 P quarter. Always check condition, mint mark, and look for errors. Get it graded before selling. It could mean the difference between $5 and $50, 000, or even $1.50 million, who knows? That little quarter in your change jar could be your next big payday. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more coin tips and rare finds. Got questions or a rare coin story? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Did you know you could be holding a Washington quarter that's worth up to $1.6 million? Yes, you heard that right. A simple-looking coin from 1994 with a P mint mark might just make you a millionaire. If you're 30 or older and have old coins lying around, you need to watch this video till the end. Let's uncover the facts, the myths, and the market value behind the 1994 P Washington quarter and help you figure out whether your coin could be the jackpot. Narration with visuals of Washington quarters being minted. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American pocket change since 1932, designed to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced over 825 million quarters with the P mint mark in Philadelphia. Direct hit. So why is this particular coin, one of hundreds of millions, possibly worth over $1 million? You may have seen headlines or social media posts claiming a 1994 P quarter sold for $1.6 million. And while that number is eye-catching, it's important to separate fact from fiction. That price tag isn't for just any 1994 P quarter. If a coin like that did sell for millions, it would have to meet very rare criteria. Let's talk about what makes certain coins worth so much and how to spot the valuable ones. Close-up visuals of coin details. Here's what can make a 1994 P quarter potentially valuable. Mint errors. Double die obverse. Doubled features on the front of the coin. Off-center strikes. Missing clad layers. Clipped planchets. High-grade condition coins graded MS 67 or higher, near perfect condition. Can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars. Certified coins in a slab from PCGS or NGC are more trusted by buyers. Uncirculated and proof-like coins. These coins look brand new, often with a mirror-like finish. If your 1994 P quarter has any strange marks, doubling, or just looks too perfect, you might want to get it professionally graded. 25 cents to $1, around $20 to $30, could fetch $500 to $1,500 up to $5,000 plus. There is no confirmed auction where a 1994 P quarter has sold for $1.6 million. But extreme mint errors or one-of-a-kind finds could attract collectors willing to pay big. Footage of someone sorting through old change. Inspect your coin. Look under bright light or use a magnifier. Check for doubling, unusual textures, or minting flaws. Weigh. ETA typical quarter weighs 5.67 grams. Anything off might indicate an error. Get it graded. Use a service like PCGS or NGC. Grading can cost between $30 to $100, but it's worth it for rare coins. Sell through trusted channels. Online auction sites like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. Coin shows, dealers, and collectors' forums. Don't rush to sell it at your local pawn shop. They often underpay. Keep coins in non-PVC holders to preserve condition. Research coins on auction websites before pricing. Watch out for fake listings that overinflate values. Get multiple appraisals if you're unsure. If you do think you've got something rare, get it checked by an expert. Don't assume it's worthless. So, does your 1994 P Washington quarter have million-dollar potential? Maybe not quite, but if it's rare enough, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Go check your change jars, old coin collections, or inherited stash today. If this video helped, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might have a hidden treasure. And let me know in the comments, what rare coins have you found? What if I told you a 1967 Washington quarter with no mint mark could fetch up to $1.5 million at auction? Yes, really. Let's talk about how, why, and what to look for in your own coin collection. Many of us, especially if you're 30 or older, have jars of old coins sitting around. Maybe you inherited them, maybe you just collected them over the years without thinking twice. But here's the thing. Some of those coins, especially quarters, might be worth a fortune. Today, we're focusing on one special coin, the 1967 no mint mark Washington quarter, and what makes certain versions of this coin worth over $1 million. Let's break down exactly what to look for. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, but the year 1967 was unique. Because of a national coin shortage, The US Mint didn't use mint marks on coins from 1965 to 1967. That's right, no D for Denver or S for San Francisco. So technically, all 1967 quarters have no mint mark. But not all 1967 quarters are created equal. There are a few rare error types and varieties that occurred during minting, and that's where the big money comes in. There are a few key traits that can make a 1967 quarter incredibly valuable. Here's what collectors are looking for. If your coin is in near-perfect condition, shiny, sharp, no scratches, it could be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. The highest graded known 1967 quarter sold for over $8,000 just for its condition alone. Full strike/full drum lines. Some rare 1967 quarters have extremely detailed reverse strikes, especially in the drum lines of the eagle on the back. If those lines are crisp and complete, you may have something rare. Rare errors. Now here's where things get exciting. Some 1967 quarters were mistruck, off-center, double die, or struck on silver planchets by mistake. These errors are very rare, and some have fetched insane prices, including that legendary $1.5 million auction rumor. So what's the deal with this $1.5 million quarter? A rare error coin, believed to have been mistakenly struck on a 90% silver planchet from 1964, surfaced with incredible detail, perfect condition, and undeniable rarity. It sparked a bidding war among elite collectors. The final sale? Reportedly $1.50 million. It's one of the most mysterious and valuable US quarters ever sold. If you're thinking, I might have one of those, here's how to check. Grab a magnifying glass, look closely at the coin's condition, the details on the eagle, and check for any double impressions on the lettering. Weigh it. A regular 1967 quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it weighs more or less, especially closer to 6.25 grams, it may have been struck on silver. Get it graded. If you suspect your coin might be rare, get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They can confirm whether it's a valuable rarity or a common coin. Take clear photos. Research similar sales on auction sites. Contact a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Consider grading it. It's worth the investment. Whatever you do, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. If you've made it this far, chances are you've got some coins to check. Maybe you're sitting on a hidden gem. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you think you've found a rare quarter, or just to tell us your coin story. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures right in your own collection. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that has been quietly rising in value, the 1980p mint mark Washington $quarter coin. Believe it or not, some of these coins are now worth up to $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter from 1980 could be your next big payday. Let's start with a quick history lesson. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Since then, it's been a staple in American coinage. The P mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia, one of the primary mints in the US. Now, why are some 1980p quarters selling for such extraordinary prices? Typically, these quarters are just 25 cents, but collectors look for rare errors, variations, or exceptionally high-grade coins in pristine condition. In particular, some 1980p quarters have notable minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual die cracks. These errors are incredibly rare and make the coins highly valuable to collectors. Over the last few years, coin collectors have been driving the prices up dramatically. A perfect, uncirculated 1980p quarter with a rare error can fetch up to $1.5 million in the current market. This might sound unbelievable, but it's true. Auction houses and private collectors are paying big bucks for these coins. Wondering if your coin is worth anything close to that? Here's how you can check. Look for the mint mark P near George Washington's neck. Inspect for errors like doubling of letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can command top dollar. If you're not sure, it's worth getting your coin professionally appraised or graded, and it can drastically increase your coin's value. Sell through reputable auction houses. Places like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers are great options. Sometimes they pay premiums for rare coins. They rarely offer full market value. Let me share a quick story. Just last year, a collector in Texas discovered a rare error 1980p quarter in his collection. After grading and auctioning, he sold it for nearly $1.2 million. Imagine finding that kind of treasure right in your own coin jar. If you're unsure about your coin's value or want advice, don't hesitate to reach out to coin experts or local numismatic clubs. They can provide free or low-cost evaluations. So, if you have a 1980p mint mark Washington quarter lying around, take a closer look. It might just be worth a fortune. And if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on how to spot valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to never miss an update.